I finally went to my first Comic Con on last Saturday in Greenville, and I had a blast. It was fun. I want to go back as soon as possible. Just gonna show what I got from there. It was like from two vendors, but this is the first one I grabbed. And I was trying to find the other ones, or maybe have some more, but they ain't have any more. At least I ain't see from what I was looking at and whatnot. And all of these, except for the ones I mentioned, I'm going to mention, they were $1 a piece plus 30% off or whatever. So, not bad. And I also got, I had to get this. Disney Afternoon Kid right here. So, I'm assuming this is the newer ones and whatnot. And got some Legion of Heroes. Got a few of them. I like these covers, man. I love like single issue comics. Just for the nostalgia of it, the ads in them, and the collector ones are better for my money, but they're not beat these, just for like I said, the old school in me. And I went to this other vendor. He was an older guy. He was cool as I don't know what. And I'm digging around, and then I ain't really seen nothing at first, and then I hit up on something. I said, "Oh man!" And we had a little disagreement. He said this movie and this other movie I can't remember was the worst of all times, and nobody gonna never ever convince me that this movie is worse than Batman and Robin. Nobody. And I actually like this movie, and I didn't know it was a comic book maybe a few years ago. So I would deduct. That's my dude. And it was so good to find these, and these were different prices. So this one was $3, which it ain't bad, because I don't think I ever seen like any issues of Howard the Duck anywhere, not around me anyway. It's nice. So I really want to read these if I don't read them tonight, or start to read them. Worst movie ever. Come on, man. It can't not convince me that this movie is worse than Batman and Robin. Worse than that daggone Batman v Superman. Sorry, just no. Sorry, old school. Ain't gonna convince me, man. I almost forgot. I got this picture here that someone at the con they drew in color. It was a husband and wife, and he also had just right children books and stuff, and they were really nice too. And I got this X-File one. Let me back up some. And I got my mother a Black Panther one, and if I think about it, I'll insert a picture in here somewhere if I ever figure that out or whatever. So after I left that Comic Con, I went, right down the street to the Traded out there in Greenville, and found a game that was on my list for a while. Called the Masalas 007 joints. And it's fun, man, and of course, every time I'm really having fun in the game, they have some BS mechanic in there, so they got this mess where you got to balance them on a beam, and I can't quite get it. I think you got to kind of like go left to right with the one analog, and probably up and down with the other, and I'll figure it out, I guess. And so up there and Traded too, you can buy DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, like buy 3 get 1 free, whatever. And they extremely cheap, so I grabbed a few of them. So I got this one, and kind of heard about it, but I don't know if it's any good or not. But It's like $3. You can't knock it. And I got this one, which a lot of people hate, which I ain't think was a bad movie. The extended cut is better. I don't think they got the extended cut on Blu-ray, but I grabbed it anyway. The second Punisher movie. First one was with Dolph Lundgren, what how you pronounce his last name. It was in the 90s. But I like this movie. I think it's cool, man. Yeah, I got the extended version on DVD. So I guess, got both. I grab this for the Marvel joints. Can't knock it. It's $3, Then I Captain Marvel, which I didn't hate as much as I guess a lot of people did, but I guess, the woman thing, and which it don't bother me, or, political bullshit. I don't care about that. And I got a 4K, with that joint free. And I never seen it, but I heard a lot about it. But, it's 4K. I can't free one, so. The Purge. And I heard about, I don't know how many of these there are, but I'm looking forward to watching it. It's been a while since I watched anything like a scary movie or anything like that, so that'd be cool to do. So yesterday my cousin texted me and asked me about going to the Traded here in town, the little small, tiny as could be game hunt. And I ain't really seen nothing really, because I went there the other day and I ain't really seen nothing that hit him, but I found this game. He told me it was really good, and so far it is. The Batman Telltale series. And so far it's been great. It got me intrigued, man. I'll probably blow through it in a few days, but I hope not. I want to kind of take my time with it and stuff. And on my way out, they have a little like bin that they keep like some retro games in or whatever. And I don't know why I bought it initially, but now I do. Super Punch Out rather. And the reason why I said now I do, because now I got all three of them. I got Mike Tyson for the NES. I got the Punch Out for the Wii a few years back, and I got this one. And so far it's been pretty fun. I never played this back in the day. I don't know why, but it's cool. Mike Tyson or not, kind of wish he was out there, and hopefully I can beat him on the NES. That's one of my life's goals. I know priorities, right? And this Nintendo game I'm about to show, I ordered this like before Comic-Con, and I've been wanting this for years. And small story behind this, but I'll show it first. Dino Wars. And it ain't the greatest game in the world, and I probably wouldn't suggest it to anybody, like, as a top tier NES game or whatever, or top tier game period. But it's kind of, I guess you say sentimental to me. I don't know how or why, but probably like 92, right before I got my Super Nintendo. This was one of the last games that I played on the NES in the original run before I got my Super Nintendo. And my cousin, she found this at a pawn shop, I believe. And I don't know what made her pick it up, but I remember she said, I got this game, because she used to, we come over and chill the weekend. She'll come over and chill the weekend with me back in the day. Weekends with me. And she said, I got this NES game, new game, Nintendo game. I said, okay, I ain't know what it was. And she had it, I'll never forget it. She had it like in one of them cases, like from a rental store, at a Nintendo rental case, look like. And she said, Dino Wars. And I said, Dino Wars? because I never heard of it before. You know, back then I'm not playing anything. So when we started it, I remember it was a guy, little tiny dude in a blue suit, and he had these crazy jump mechanics that I still can't quite get. But I tell you one thing, when you land on something, you land up there like you have some plungers on your feet or something, because it stick. But what blew me back then was because I was into that kind of stuff. Like you got to the end of that it's the end of that stage, and he jumped his head at this dinosaur, like a robot dinosaur. But when he got in it, and he had his picture, so I guess he revving it up or whatever, and the lights lit up, and that just took me. I loved it from that point on. So the next part of it, you're in like the robot dinosaur. And you fight the other dinosaurs, and you got the missiles and all that. But that was just the coolest thing to me, getting in that dinosaur, because I always loved that kind of stuff, like would operate like, guy getting operate like a vehicle or whatever, because, I'm from the 80s kid, like the Voltron and all that. And that was just cool to me, and like I said, it's not the best game in the world, but it kind of means something to me. Something like me and my cousin share it together, and I miss her like crazy. I wish we could hang more, but life. But yeah.